I just wanted to give you a little update on my garden. It's it's a little different this summer. Let me show you what I got going. Well, I swore I was not going to put a garden in this summer because my shoulder is still healing from my shoulder surgery. Actually, more from the frozen shoulder than from the surgery. But I wanted to give it a few months off, so I didn't go out and buy a bunch of plants. But here's what happened. I couldn't resist, working in the garden. So I started doing a little experiment. First of all, this big monster plant here is just a volunteer plant. It just grew at random. I have not planted butternut squash in at least 2 years. And this one just started growing, and you can see it's doing quite well. They weren't getting pollinated very well. I'm not sure if it was the heat or they weren't getting, just not enough bees, possibly. But it looks like I do have a couple that have started taking off. I think they might make a couple of them, and those I hand pollinated by taking one of the females. Like that is one of your females. Right there, or I'm sorry, one of the males, and you just peel back the flower, and you take that pollen and you put it right inside the flower that grows on the females. It's kind of interesting how that works, but it does look like it gave them a little start, so they're going to take off, I think. If I just get a couple butternut squash off that big monster plant, I'll be thrilled, because that is my favorite squash. And all of this is cantaloupe that I took cantaloupe seeds from one cantaloupe that I purchased at the grocery store. I saved my seeds and I washed them real good and let them dry, and then I planted them, and they are doing really well. And this week I started getting a lot of blossoms on there, so I am hoping and praying that these do get pollinated, and I end up getting at least a couple fresh cantaloupe out of this, which is pretty cool to be able to do that from your kitchen scraps, really, stuff that would go in the landfill. This is just a pepper plant I had. I thought it was dead, but looks like it started producing again. And over here, that's just an old pepper plant there that I thought was going to start producing again, so I didn't pull it out, but now I'm starting to wonder. But then, see all these little things that just sprouted? I got a few rows of those. They just germinated this week. And those are actually sweet peppers that I bought at the grocery store. And when I used those, I took the seeds out, washed them, let those dry, and planted them. So I'm really anxious to see if those will take off too. So I'm doing a lot of experimenting with growing things from stuff that I would normally just throw in the trash to see if I can't get it to go again. I put a couple, just planted these today. These are a couple onions, just like green onions, and I used the green part, and then I took the other part and just planted them right in the dirt. And then this red onion, I just chopped off the bottom of it where the roots are and soaked it in water for a few days, and then I just planted that. So I'm kind of anxious to see what's going to happen with those. But yeah, for someone that was going to not put a garden in this summer, I've been doing some gardening. Anyway, hope you guys are having a great day. I just had to get out here today between the sprinkles. We've had sprinkles off and on all day. This is just the remnants of Tropical Storm Fred that is thankfully way offshore. But just gave us a little rain and some sprinkles off and on. Nothing bad at all. See you next time.